सो हेलो गाइस, गुड इवनिंग, वेलकम बैक टू दर्शन बाय। सो गाइस, आज हम लोग मुंबई देवी साई कृष्णा का मॉक इंटरव्यूज फॉर एचआरआरएल लेने जा रहे हैं। ओके, सो यस, सो साई कृष्णा, प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ।
Hello, sir. I'm MS Sai Krishna. I have completed my BTech in 2019. After that, I qualified GATE in a continuous streak of three attempts, and I did my first job at HPCL Mangalore LPG import facility. It was a terminal, which is LPG storage terminal, which is having imports and exports and pipeline quantities, PLT pipeline transfers. After that, I joined as a LCNG control room engineer at AGP Pratham Shimoga.
Okay, that was great introduction. So Sai Krishna, would you tell me like what was your previous experience when you were working with HPCL?
Sir, when I am working
How
at
was?
HPCL, yes, sir.
How was
When
your
I'm
previous experience?
Yeah, when I was working at HPCL, I used to handle control room operations, sir. Actually, at HPCL, it is a terminal station, sir, which we are having total 14 spheres and 6 mounts, sir. Spheres, in that we used to store LPG, which is coming from MRPL. Actually, beside that plant, there is MRPL plant. They used to supply LPG through pipelines, and moreover, we are also getting LPG from ships. Actually, there is Mangalore. Mangalore terminal is there, sir, from ship. Actually, from that we are getting product through pipelines from that ship. And actually, what we are doing, yeah.
Yes, yes. Go on, carry on.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm looking over all the control room operations is all about looking over the changeovers and in the Bangalore LPG import facility there are TT tank truck loading and tank wagon wagon loading operations are also there, sir. We used to look over tank wagon loading operations and tank truck loading operations along with this pipeline transfers and along with this pipeline transfers.
Would you tell me what you used to be doing there in the basically operation?
Yes, sir. Actually, what is the thing? You know that LPG is completely, matlab, it is mainly of two substances, propane and butane. Actually, what I used to do is actually in ship they used to set a flow rate, sir. Actually, the thing is actually for a
Krishna,
component.
can you
Okay.
please slow down? You know, you're talking straight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, for a substance to be called as LPG, its density should vary between 0.53 to 0.58 at 15 degrees centigrade, sir. The thing is, suppose if you are supplying excess propane, the density will be less than 0.53. So we will not call it as LPG. What my job is? My job is to maintain the proper flow rate such that they are mixing in such a way that its density should vary between 0.53 to 0.58 gram per centimeter cube or 530 to 580 kg per meter cube at 15 degrees centigrade, sir.
Okay, I got that. So, like some difficulties you must be facing, right? Like oil and gas sector is facing some difficulties. Okay.
Yes,
So what are the some difficulties? Do you know about that? What are the challenges basically the oil and gas industry is facing nowadays?
actually the main problem with oil and gas industry is actually we are due to the depletion of levels and from the for actually the reserves are going on day by day, sir. Actually, due to this, all countries like previously suppose if foreign countries are they're extracting so and so like 100 10,000 metric ton per day. Now they're intentionally reducing their content to around 7,000 or 5,000 to increase the cost. They also know the fact that the levels are decreasing gradually, so they have to because of their lots of investment, they have to retain their capital. So what they are doing is they are slowly reducing whatever content they are extracting and they are increasing the prices. Actually, this is a this is one of the main reasons. And moreover, one of the major problem faced with oil and gas industry is actually due to the actually the carbon content which our country is leaving carbon footprint is too high. Actually, this is one of the major environmental concerns, sir. Because of these things, people are looking for alternatives like green hydrogen, all those things, and ethanol blending, all those things. Yes, sir.
Okay. So as you said, as you discussed about green hydrogen, so what is green hydrogen?
Sir, green hydrogen Yes, sir. Green hydrogen is the hydrogen which will come from the electrolysis of water, sir. I think hydrogen is classified based on how it is originated from. Suppose if it is originated from steam cracking, it is also called different grade hydrogen. Like based on its origin, it is classified according to it, sir.
Yes, the method is basically the method is known as green hydrogen. Okay.
Yes, sir.
My video is there on green hydrogen. You can watch that. I have discussed green hydrogen in very detail. Okay, and
Okay, sir.
types of hydrogen as well. Okay. No
Okay, sir.
issues.
I'll watch.
You go ahead. Tell me now. We will be somewhat moving with code. Okay, one question I will be asking you. Like first you used to be in the operation. Okay, operation sector. Now if you are being selected in HRRL. Okay.
Yes, sir.
अगर तुम HRRL में सिलेक्ट हो जाते हो तो तुम ऑपरेशंस अभी वहां पे तुम्हें कहां पे वर्क करना पड़ेगा? अभी तुम ऑपरेशंस में वर्क कर रहे थे. सपोज अब तुम्हें प्रोडक्शन में भेज दिया जाता है. ठीक है. HRRL प्लान में तुम्हें प्रोडक्शन में भेज दिया जाता है. तो मुझे कुछ सेफ्टी मेजर्स बताओ और सेफ्टी मेजर्स बताओ सबसे पहले, उसके बाद में कुछ और पूछते हैं.
Actually,
what I'm asking?
yes, sir. Yes,
Given
sir. I
that
got
you
it.
have, given that you already have an experience which is related to oil field,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So tell us something about, like what could be the safety measures, what could be the requirements that could be implemented in the plant.
Actually, it is completely depend on what product we are manufacturing, sir. Suppose if I'm going to LNG or LPG inside a specific zonal area, because if we consider LNG, it will be stored at minus 160 degrees centigrade. Even LPG also it will be around some 5-6 degrees. It will be due to pressurized conditions. It will be around 7-8 degrees centigrade. If you are going to suppose because LPG is it will extract heat from the surroundings, sir. If it got suppose if it gets leaked, what will happen is LPG will evaporate, sir. Because it wants some energy to evaporate, right? Suppose if we went with bare body like just normal, it will extract heat from ourselves, which will cause cold burn. So what we will be wearing generally, we'll be wearing fire suits along with helmet, and when there is no one, actually it will be one nose protection item will be there, sir. We'll be wearing it along with all the PPM. We'll go to the classified area. Actually, it all depends on products, sir. If you know the MSDS material safety
Can you
data
please
sheets.
slow down what you are saying?
Yes, sir. Actually, it all depends on the product, sir. Like depending on the product, will be and journal area will be wearing accordingly.
Okay, so tell me, like, what do you know about HRRL? What do you know about HRRL, and what products comes from HRRL? What does HRRL basically give?
Sir, coming to HRRL, it was started. It was a greenfield project which was started in 2013. After that, actually, HRRL mainly aims at it is having both refinery operations along with petrochemical complex, which is petrochemical complex. And well, coming to refinery operations, it is having generally like atmospheric distillation unit, vacuum distillation unit, fluid catalyst cracking unit, diesel hydrodiesel, DHJS unit, DHDT unit. All those units it is having. It is while coming to petrochemical complex, it is mainly aiming to produce benzene and polypropylene and ethylene, sir.
Okay, great. So, when HPCL was there, so like, can you differentiate, like, you have worked in HPCL as well, and you are going to face HRRL interview, right? So, what are the basic differences in HPCL operations and HRRL operation? You must have studied, or not?
Sir, HRRL is completely a refinery, sir. Actually, suppose if you got placed in HRRL, definitely I'll be dealing with refinery operations of a particular unit, whether it be ADU, VDU, or FCC. But while coming to HPCL, it all depends, sir. HPCL is actually it is having so many wide varieties of business and marketing strategies. Like HPCL is mostly focused on LPG storage and LPG bottling plants, and its income, and it is mostly diversified into that. Actually, loops, all those marketings is being done by HPCL, sir. Suppose if you got placed in HPCL, I'm not sure whether where I'll get, like whether I'll be getting a job in terminal, or I'll be getting job in bottling plants, I'll be getting job in refineries. But if it is HRL, definitely I'm lucky enough that I'll be getting job in refinery, which is my dream.
So what interests you more about HRRL?
Sir, I didn't get you.
What interests you more about HRRL?
Actually, the refinery operations, which is too complex, sir. Suppose if you worked in LPG terminal, there is something to learn, obviously. But if you worked in a refinery operation unit, obviously there will be transfer for every 2 to 3 years. I'll be learning all the operations. Suppose what are the mechanism of FCC unit, VD unit, CDU unit, all the DHDS unit. What is the main purpose of it? Why you are doing? Suppose it all depends, sir. Actually, the thing is, if you went to a refinery, there is a lot of scope to learn about all the process. Actually, there is some quote, there is a famous quote of chemical engineering that suppose if you have worked in fluid catalytic cracking unit, you almost 80% of the chemical engineering process have been covered. It's such an biggest advantages of chemical engineering to work in a refinery, sir.
Okay, that was nice. Yes, so what, sir? You can continue with any questions.
Yeah. So just a minute, please give me a minute.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Krishna. So, given that you had worked on, LPG, not exactly worked, but, you must be aware right now about LPGs and all.
Yes.
So, what are the ways in which, the gas is converted into, as the name suggests, liquid? What
Yes.
are the ways in which it is compressed or, converted into liquid phase?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, gas, generally gas cannot be converted into liquid directly, sir. By increasing the pressure alone, generally gases cannot be converted, sir. By increasing the pressure and decreasing the temperature, gas can be converted. Actually, while coming to the case of LPG, sir, due to LPG, generally LPG is stored in pressurized vessels, sir. That pressure is eventually enough to get LPG converted into liquid phase. While coming to LNG, it is a complete different scenario, sir, because LNG's boiling temperature is around minus 160 degrees centigrade. Even we increase so much pressure, it is impossible to get to liquefy it unless we decrease that up to that temperatures, actually. And while coming to LPG, obviously, because it's pressure, if you increase pressure sufficiently, obviously it will be converted into liquid state.
Correct. So what you are saying is first we'll cool it down and we compress it, both at the same point of time, right?
Yes, sir. We'll cool and compress.
Correct. So what are the type of compressor?
Types of compression.
Yeah, type of compressors, now because we will need some type of compressor. Can you name a few?
Yes, centrifugal compressor, sir.
Correct.
And reciprocating compressor.
Okay, good. Now which one will you use? Preferably.
Yes, sir. For LPG, for storing, we will not be using any compressor, sir, because
Not
we are
storage.
storing.
We are
Okay.
having it is in gas phase. Now we want to convert it into kind of the liquid phase.
Yes, sir. No, sir. I have to look in it. I exactly don't know, sir.
That's good. Okay,
What type
that's
of
perfect.
compressor?
So usually, at the initial stages, when the pressure reduction is not that much, we use centrifugal one, and then as soon as the pressure gets higher, we go with the reciprocating one.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So how do we define efficiency of a compressor?
Efficiency of compressor.
Yeah. Do you know about isotropic compression? Sorry,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
I said
sorry. Isothermal compression. What is isothermal compression?
Isothermal compression is nothing but generally suppose suppose if we compress a gas from a particular temperature and pressure T1 P1 to T2 P2, obviously its temperature and pressure increases, sir. We will cool it down again such that it retains its initial temperature and we'll recompress it again.
Correct. Now, what is constant temperature compression? What is constant temperature compression?
It's isothermal compression.
Correct, isothermal compression. So, what essentially I'm asking is which compression process, which process will be the most efficient?
Generally, it is impossible to achieve isothermal compression, sir. I mean, it's very hard to achieve isothermal compression. Generally, will be. I think it's between adiabatic and iso. It will be polytropic compression, sir. Probably.
Correct. Usually, it's polytropic compression, and the way we define the efficiency of a compressor is, the work needed using an isothermal compression divided by the actual work needed.
Yeah, because in isothermal compression, work will be minimum. Yes, sir.
Correct, exactly. So that will be the most efficient, compression process that one could have. Then you also said that we will cool it down as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are the type of cooling arrangement that you are aware of?
So generally there will be cooling motors. There will be jacketed facility will be there around after first stage compression. There will be jacketed. Depends, sir. Actually, depends on type of compressor. Or else for some compressors, for some compressors, it will be cooled by air, sir. Air also. There will be externally one equipment blower is created and it'll blow.
Correct. No, actually, what I'm asking is about refrigeration. What are the type of refrigeration process that you are aware of? Okay. Have you done RAC? Have you done RAC?
RAC.
Psychrometry.
Psychometry, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Psychrometry and refrigeration, air conditioning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what are the refrigeration cycles that you are,
Generally, I know refrigeration cycle like vapor compression cycle. I know, sir. I mean, air AC. Yeah.
Correct. Vapor compression cycle. And is there anything else?
Yes, come.
Yeah,
No, sir. I know.
Just give you a hint. There is a gas compression cycle as well, also called as reverse Breton cycle.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, you don't know about it. Okay. Yeah, Jay sir.
Yes. Okay. So basically, that part is not there in our chemical engineering syllabus. Okay. In the study dynamics, that part is not there. But yes, most of the parts from there itself. Okay. तो चलो वहीं से स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो मुझे अब एयर कूलर और एयर कंडीशनिंग दोनों में डिफरेंस बताओ. Tell me the difference between cooler, working of air cooler and working of air conditioning. AC.
Sir, actually, air cooler is nothing but obviously its whole purpose is to cool the air, sir. While coming to air conditioning, because in the air conditioner, obviously there are suppose this is the room, air is being first filtered. After air is being filtered, it is going to evaporate the whatever the refrigerant liquid, all those things are there. And why it is called air conditioner? Because it is going to maintain the proper humidity and it is giving us clean air. That is why it is called air conditioning, sir. In air cooler, obviously, no proper humidity.
What is the exact principle used in air cooler and air conditioning? Exact principle I am asking. Whether it is humidification, dehumidification, what it is? In air, it is humidification or dehumidification?
It's dehumidification, sir. In air conditioner, dehumidification is a principle is used.
Yes. And in air cooler?
Yeah, while in air cooler, it is humidification.
So tell me what is humidification and what is dehumidification? Difference between them.
Humidification is nothing but adding of water vapor to the at a particular temperature. While coming to dehumidification, it is nothing but reducing the whatever the vapor content, it is going to be condensed. I mean, it is going to be taken away.
Yes, you are right, but थोड़ा सा clear हो इसके पीछे क्या करता है AC अपने रूम के रूम में जो भी आपका गर्म हवा है ना, whatever the whatever are you there, Sai?
Stop recording.
So yes, Sai Krishna, carry on.
Yes, sir. While coming to dehumidification, sir, in that process, temperature is being decreased, sir. Due to in this process, temperature is being decreased and humidity and water the vapor content is also being reduced, sir. Actually, in in the AC rooms, generally what will happen is relative humidity decreases in AC rooms, sir. That's why generally people who are staying in AC rooms needs to be more hydrated than usual.
Yes. Okay. That was great. Next, I would be going with distillation. Okay. So what is distillation, Sai Krishna?
Sir, distillation is separation of components based on vapor pressures, difference in vapor pressures, sir.
Explain the principle behind the separation of components in a distillation process.
Actually, pure. I mean, in distillation
Yes.
column, there will be a reboiler which is used to heat the bottom products, and the products are going to pass through first the bottom part of the section. It is also called as stripping section. After that, it is going to transfer through rectification section. And why it is called matlab in distillation, purely separation is going only because of reflux. If there is no reflux, it is just general heating of the products. Actually, what is why it is called because of reflux, separation is going to take place, sir.
But the principle behind the distillation is the relative volatility, right?
Yes, sir, relative volatility.
So
Difference
that answer I was expecting that you will be giving the answer as relative volatility. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So what is the relative volatility?
Relative volatility is nothing but it is defined as a range.
Yes.
Suppose if A and B are two products.
Yes, go on, carry on.
Yeah. If A and B are two products, relative volatility of AB is defined as if volatility of A upon volatility of B. Volatility of A is nothing but P star upon XA, and volatility of B is nothing but vapor pressure upon XB, PB star upon XB, partial pressure upon XB. Relative volatility is nothing but it tells about us the separation capability. If it is much higher than one, obviously there is a huge difference in vapor pressure.
Okay. So can you tell me the difference between batch distillation and continuous distillation? And where do we use it?
Sir, I think batch distillation is a small scale operation, sir. Generally, in experimentation purposes, all those things, batch distillation is used. Well, in continuous distillation, in batch distillation, reflex will not be there actually. In continuous distillation, obviously, reflex will be there.
Okay, reflux is there. Okay. So one thing can you tell me, like as you said, like you just tell me what is the continuous distillation same as fractionation? Is the continuous distillation same as fractionation? Or fractionation is different?
Sir, I think fractionation is different, sir. You are talking about pre-fractionation, right? Before continue. Actually, fractionation is nothing but obviously it is generally used for flashing purposes, sir. Fractionation's main purpose is to increase the pressure and temperature and to flash the product such that the load on the main column will be reduced to a good extent.
And the products basically we obtained in fractionation, we obtained different grades product, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Sir.
So for that only we use fractionator or fractionation tower. Okay.
Yep.
So you do not have to think this much for that. Okay.
Okay.
So चलो थोड़ा सा like as you mentioned top product and bottom product. So can you tell me what is top product and what is bottom product? Okay. Is bottom product more volatile or less volatile?
So bottom product will be less volatile product, sir, which is having high boiling point, and while coming to top product, it will be more volatile component, which is having less boiling point.
Okay, so why like the top product is known as enriching section? Okay, basically the top part is known as enriching section and the bottom part is known as stripping section. So
Yes, sir.
why do we call it in distillation tower? Why do we call it?
Yes, sir. Actually, top part is top. Matlab, the top part above the feed is called enriching section. Why? Because suppose we are getting reflux, sir. Reflux will be at a different temperature generally. So what will happen? Suppose if we condense the product which is going to condense will be obviously which is having higher boiling point. It will be condensed. It will be condensed first, along with remaining things. What is going to transfer is actually suppose if you assume a particular tray, and in the tray vapor is having both more volatile component and less volatile component, and the condensation product is also having more volatile heavier product and lighter product. Here what is going to transfer is what is going to happen is that hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Actually, whatever the more volatile component present in the distillate, it is going to evaporate. It is going to vaporize due to the vapor's temperature, and whatever the heavier component present in this is going to condense due to its temperature. Is nothing but mutual transfer is going to take place, sir.
Yes,
So
got it.
because
Got it.
exactly due to that reason.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. No issues. Tell me what is boil-up ratio?
Boiler pressure.
Yes, boil-up ratio.
So the pressure which is exerted by the boiler on the top of
Boil-up
on
ratio.
boiler
Boil-up ratio
pressure.
I'm asking.
Boiler pressure is nothing but after coming from reboiler, whatever the vapor is going to be taken back to the again to the tower to the ratio of what is the what we are sending from that
Ratio of vapor upon
ratio
bottom products.
is the ratio of product from upon bottom products.
Yes, V is equals to V by W. Okay.
Yes.
ठीक है. अब मुझे बताओ जैसे एफिशिएंसी हमें निकालना है ना.
हाँ सर.
हमें कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट रहना है. हमें ऐसा डिस्टिलेशन डिजाइन करना है. हमें कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट रहना है. तो मुझे बताओ कि हम कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट कैसे हो सकते हैं.
सर हम कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट होने के लिए एक्चुअली देयर आर मोस्टली टू इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर्स सर. One is number of trays, and one the important factors that will determine the cost is most probably the reboiler load and the condenser load, and along with that actually the diameter of the column also affects it. The thing is for if we want to be cost efficient, we have to send the optimum reflex, sir.
You said now two parameters only, and you are telling me 4 to 5 parameters. There are n number of parameters. Okay.
Sir, there are parameters.
Flooding velocity is there, packing is there, trays are there, reflux ratio is there, boil up ratio is there, everything, many things are there. Okay. So do you know, can you draw the graph of reflux ratio versus cost? Can you draw the graph?
No, sir. No.
Okay, no issues. No worries. Okay. Okay, so that was good. Anything, something, Subhash sir, you would like to ask some questions, or we can conclude?
I think yeah, for today it's good. So Sai Krishna, yeah, again we have one problem. What is it?
Fast.
Tell us.
Yeah, I'm speaking a bit fast.
Yeah, you're speaking a bit faster. It's okay, but you need to understand. The people standing in front of you, they should be able to understand you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. See, your knowledge is good. You have answer to every question. That's wonderful. You know,
knowledge
usually
अच्छा है, knowledge में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है सर, है ना. सिर्फ एक चीज मैंने ये देखी कि जब 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 ना जब मतलब बेसिकली whenever you don't get any answer, okay, you are not able to answer the questions, in the next question you get less comfortable, okay, or you get like जो confidence था ना, your confidence get the which what was that confidence था, वो confidence काफी कम हो जाता है पता है अगले क्वेश्चन में, तो वो मत होने दो यार, ठीक है।
ओके सर।
मतलब हम लोग बाकी कैंडिडेट्स को देखते हैं एंड बहुत लोगों के कंसेप्ट क्लियर नहीं होते एंड देयर इज लिटरली नथिंग वी कैन डू एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, 10 दिन में इंटरव्यू है, व्हाट कैन वी डू, बट तुम्हारा ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, तुम्हारे कंसेप्ट्स क्लियर है, तुम्हारे आंसर्स क्लियर है, दैट्स वेरी नाइस। द पॉइंट इज ओनली कि योर रिप्रेजेंटेशन, okay, number 1 speak slowly, number 2 show the confidence,
Okay,
it's
sir.
okay to fake the confidence, okay.
Okay,
See, everyone, whoever goes to an interview, they are always nervous, okay, because nervousness will be there. You are standing in front of few people, few experts, you will be nervous. The point is, are you able to hide that nervousness that you have? If you are able to hide it, the overall atmosphere of the interview room that gets elevated.
okay, sir.
So just know that. Just fake it until you make it.
Okay, sir.
I am talking about the confidence part.
Okay, sir.
Because if you are able to tell some answer with a confidence, the impact that it generates is phenomenal.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the best, Sai Krishna. It was great interview. Okay. And suppose if we get any like in HR also, you were good only. Okay. So no issues of that.
So even in the beginning, Jayesh sir kind of tried to take your HR round, and it was also very nice. But again, speak slowly.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
You answered
very
every
important.
question.
Yes, sir.
बस वो देखना, बाकी पिछले बार से काफी अच्छा था। सिर्फ एक चीज है कि वो कॉन्फिडेंस को अगले क्वेश्चन में अगर तुम्हें नहीं आता है तो यस सर आई एम नॉट एबल टू आंसर द क्वेश्चन दैट यू सेड टू सुबह सर, दैट वाज गुड। बट जब कुछ क्वेश्चन जैसे मैंने पूछा तो उसमें तो अगले क्वेश्चन में ना तुम्हारा कॉन्फिडेंस गिर गया, वो हलने मत दो, पेशेंस अपना लूज नहीं होने देना है पूरे इंटरव्यू में, ठीक है।
Okay, sir.
हाँ, बस बाकी यू विल बी ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर इंटरव्यू, क्रैक करके आओ
Overall-
आराम से।
Overall,
Thank you, sir.
I can see. Overall, I can see you are cracking the interview. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Overall,
you.
I can see that. Yeah. So
Yes.
I mean, what the understanding and the concepts that you have, those are more important than sometimes the other things.
Yes, sir.
So I can see you clearly have that. You are able to tell us the things. Many times we see that people know the answer, but they are unable to represent it. You are able to represent it. Just a little bit minor here and there, but those things can be shadowed by knowledge that you have. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
So all
sure.
the best for your interview. Overall, I see you getting through. So amazing.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
एंड करते, सिलेक्ट होके आना है, ठीक है।